Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the exciting partnership as Zebec network continues to expand globally. And it was rumored yesterday about a potential expansion. Nobody knew what the partnership would be, but we have more news here, so you definitely don't want to miss this video. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Only use risk capital, and thank you to those who continue to support the channel. So on the news, Zebec is up 22.5% over the last 24 hours because, again, in anticipation of the partnership, and it is a flat out game changer, sitting at a $395 million market cap, and we're sitting at 0.0045 and some change, and 31 million in trading volume over the last 24 hours. So the volume has picked up. The excitement in the community has picked up. As you can see, we smashed through 83,000 holders, currently sitting at 83,221. Again, this happening all over the last 24 hours. So this again shows the power of spreading the word with the community. So could not be more pleased with everybody. It's kind of a collective effort of everybody within the community spreading the message. So getting over to the announcement, what essentially happened? So Deutsche Bank backed AllUnity selects Zebec as its preferred payroll partner, making Zebec the go-to provider of real-time stablecoin payroll for its private and enterprise clients. EURAU, a MiCA-compliant Euro-dominated stablecoin, will be integrated across Zebec's payroll platform and Zebec card suite, powering everything from instant wages to global spending. So we are expanding from the USDC, which is a one-to-one backed stable coin with the dollar, now to a MiCA compliant Euro dominated stablecoin through AllUnity, and people will be able to be paid by the second in Euro by this Euro backed stablecoin. But again, we are expanding the network. This move marks Zebec's growth from a U.S. leader in stablecoin payroll to an expanding presence in Europe, and beyond. Yeah, so this is cool. And it says here, AllUnity stablecoin selects Zebec as its global payroll partner. Yeah, so I can see this being a recurring thing for Zebec network, being tied to different local currencies in different markets. I can see the same thing happening in Canada. I can see the same thing happening in Mexico. I can see the same thing happening in Japan. And globally, having these backed stable coins by the local currency and that being integrated into Zebec Network's platform. So this shows you the power of payroll with Zebec Network and the limitless possibilities. And there's an article, and I will leave a link to this article in the YouTube description. So I'm not going to read through it all. What I did do is have Chat GPT sum this article up for me. And it basically says partnership formed, AllUnity, partners with Zebec. Yep. And then Zebec is preferred partner chosen to deliver real-time stablecoin powered payroll solutions. So getting paid by the second, no delays, no waiting a week, no waiting 2 weeks, no waiting a month to be paid. Stablecoin integration. Zebec integrates EURAU, AllUnity's fully reserved euro-backed stablecoin. So this stablecoin will be integrated into Zebec's network. Payroll innovation enables global, instant, and transparent salary payments in stablecoins. And then it says here, always on availability. Payments work 24/7 without traditional banking delays. And then it says here, crypto card support. EURAU will be usable with Zebec's branded crypto payment cards. So this is the silver card, black card, and carbon card, and the custom card. All will be integrated. And to be able to use that card and spend the EURAU. And that's going to be integrated with the Apple and Google Pay. So cards will be compatible with Apple Pay and Google Pay for easy spending. Yeah, so that's awesome. And it says global merchant access. Payroll earnings can be instantly spent at millions of merchants worldwide. Yep. So this is again being agile and being able to be accessible by merchants globally and spend globally. That's kind of the method behind everything for Zebec Network. Executive support. Both CEOs highlight payroll transformation and global market expansion. And then borderless payroll mission. Collaboration reinforces Zebec's goal of making payroll global and instantaneous. Yeah, so this is like a global effort. You want to be able to be borderless. You don't want to be tapped into one market. You want to be able to just send stablecoins all over the world, and this is what Zebec Network is actually doing. So I like the move. This is exciting news, and kind of shows again like how Zebec Network is agile. And then if you go over here to AllUnity's page, it says today we've proudly announced the launch of EURAU, Germany's first fully reserved MICAR compliant Euro stablecoin. Yep. And it says here AllUnity launches Germany's first MICAR compliant Euro stablecoin. So again, this is exciting news and pretty much is like a kind of a first mover's advantage. So now Zebec Network has partnered with AllUnity, who has the stablecoin EURAU and continues to kind of be at the forefront of this thing. So once and all this is going to do is create more and more buy pressure on ZBCN because you're going to need that ZBCN to kind of make to to kind of do these transactions and all these transaction fees that build up. Those are going to be used to buy back and burn ZBCN. So it's going to be one of those things where it's slowly, then suddenly, the way Zebec is moving. And we also talked about the partnership with the NHL, the NBA, and how that could be potentially, somebody mentioned potentially payroll solutions at these different NBA arenas where the concession workers or the people working around the arena will have some sort of instantaneous payment. Point of sale devices is another thing we talked about. We also talked about the signage of ZBCN and Uphold being around those arenas, whether it's on the ice or whether it's on an NBA court or whether the logos are on NBA or NHL jerseys. It's going to be more marketing for Zebec Network. So what Zebec is doing is essentially being at front of mind far as what a payroll provider on the blockchain will look like. And they've done it by essentially saying, hey, we're just going to partner with Web2 clients, bring those over to Web3. And anything that's over in Web3, there's essentially just partnering with anything in Web3 that is, for example, USDC stablecoin or a Euro-backed stablecoin, which we've talked about today. So bullish news. Price is up 22.5% on the day. Volume is up. Trading volume is up to 31 million, which is awesome. Holders have exploded past 83K. Like I mentioned before, this can expand to 100K by the end of the year. I still feel we are trending that way, slowly then suddenly. But again, I'm just looking at the data and it continues to go up. So we love to see that as far as that continued expansion. And then again, just Zebec Network and leadership team out there pounding the pavement, getting all these partnerships with these payroll companies, getting all these partnerships with these stablecoin providers. And this is setting up to be something truly special. And then, real quick, lastly, somebody had talked about how to stake. If you want to stake some of your ZBCN, I like to keep mine loose. I just send over like 1,000 just for like visual purposes. But you need to go to stake.zebec.io. Make sure you have a Phantom wallet. So you would need to send your ZBCN from whatever. If it's on an exchange, you would need to send it from an exchange to your Phantom wallet. So you would need to withdraw it from your exchange to your and then send it to your Phantom wallet. And as you can see here, you can do a month for 8%. You can do 3 months for 12%. And then it goes up if you want to lock some up for 15% APR. For me, there's no need for me to do it. I like to have mine loose and be agile during the market because we don't know if the market's going to shoot up real quick or what. So, but again, you just come over here, hit stake, and you'll be good to go as far as doing that. Make sure you have some Solana in your wallet for gas so that you can make the transaction go through. But again, bullish. AllUnity and Zebec partner to deliver real-time payroll with EURAU stablecoin integration. I want to thank you for listening to this video, and thanks for stopping by.